What's up, everybody? I'm back. Um, interesting, interesting news here. So let's start off with the NBA. The Indiana Pacers, great win, great win for them. 120 to 119. Tyrese is a beast, is a beast. Deserves everything. That he's getting credit with everything. Um, insane, insane. I don't know what to think. Apparently, reportedly, Donovan Mitchell is injured, so he is questionable for Game 3 of the series. So we'll see where that leads to. Hopefully, he's not out. Hopefully, he can get back and play for the rest of the series. Or if not, then I think the Pacers are going to eliminate the Cavs, and it's going to be over for the Cavs. I mean, just unbelievable from the Cavs. I mean, you win 60 plus games and you can't do nothing in the playoffs right now. I mean, the Pacers are a good team. Like, since the All-Star break, they've been really a great team there to watch out for, and I think a lot of people have doubted them. You know, I'm not the biggest Pacer fan. I don't know a lot about that team, organization, franchise, but I do know one thing is I think it's I think they got a good team, and I think right now they're in that mindset of we are going to go for this win and we're going to show everybody that we aren't to be messed with. And that's what the Pacers I think is definitely trying to accomplish in this series. So I think that's what they're doing. And then obviously moving on to the Western, game 2 of the Knicks and Celtics game is tonight, I believe. That's going to be a fun, interesting one. The Celtics need to really settle down, make threes, or bully their way inside the paint and score buckets. That's how you win the games. Not going 15 for, I believe it was like 15 threes to 63. Like, I think they made 60, they were shooting 63 3-pointers, and then they only made like 15, I believe. So that was crazy. And they didn't even make all of them, 15 out of 63. So I think they need to just settle down and let it play out the way they want to play out. I mean, they're a good team as well, and they've won a lot of games, and you don't make threes. You got to figure out a different way to make buckets, and that's just to bully your way into the paint and scoring in the easy 2-pointers. Like, that's the only way, or get fouls and shoot your free throws. That's it. And so I think tonight the Celtics are definitely going to be on the watch. I think, like I said, I think the series is going to go to 7. I think all 4 series are going to go to 7 games unless something happens major, and like it just seems like it's not. But the Celtics need to just calm down and play their best when it needs to. I mean, they won the NBA Finals last year, and they're trying to repeat it. So they need to settle down before anything else happens, and that's just that. The Knicks, ever since getting Cat, they've been okay. Like, I've really started to appreciate them more and more as time goes on every year. I'm like, okay, let's see what the Knicks are going to do. And they dominate. They might not be like a 60-plus win team yet, but they are getting there. And they will eventually get there. And when they do, I think that's when everybody, sports, like everybody, ESPN, Sports Center, all those teams or all those media outlets are going to start talking about the Knicks if they win 60 plus games and shock the world. I really do. And then jumping to the Western Conference, here, the Warriors won last night 99-88, I believe. Curry is currently injured with his thumb. trying to get the updates, see where he's going to be for game 2. Hopefully it's not as serious. So we all know that the Timberwolves can be a good can be a monster team when they need to be, and Ant is definitely somebody that you got to watch out for and not let him get the buckets. But it's really just insane. I mean, that game was back and forth, but the Warriors ended up pulling for that win. So that was good for them. So like I said, game 2 is tomorrow. Excuse me. And I think the Warriors do. I mean, Curry's on his journey to number 5, and if he wins number 5, what is the world gonna say about him? Where does he land in the GOAT conversation? He's the best shooter in the NBA, and there's no denying that. You got your GOAT conversation with Michael Jordan and LeBron, but you got the best 3 in Curry, and nobody is debating that. So really, where are you going to put Curry in the GOAT? Is it going to be Jordan, then Curry, and then James, or what? But and then going over to the Nuggets, obviously they pulled out a win over the Thunder. So, and as we know, the Nuggets don't got a GM or a head coach. They got fired like a week before the playoffs, and now it's a different team. So that's also up in the air about whether or not they really wanted to play for that coach and GM, or if they just said F it and we want somebody else in here, and and we're gonna do it our way. Joker is definitely the best basketball player right now, and he's electric. To get on the court, he's electric, and I think that's what the Nuggets. The Nuggets have different playmakers. And it's crazy to sit there and think, okay, this team went to the finals a couple years ago, won it. Now, just like the Celtics and Warriors, they're trying to get into the finals and win their second ring, and I think they can do it. I really do. I think that's the team that's upset. I mean, in the end, the Pacers are a team that is definitely a watch. All of them are. But I think either the underdogs in this playoffs are definitely the Pacers, Knicks, or the Nuggets. In my honesty, I think that's what it is. So we're going to see as it progresses. You got 7 games and see if you can win it in 4. In 4 games, go a 4-0 sweep. But like I said, I think every series is going to go to 7. I really do. And then now we're gonna jump ship to the NFL. So the Browns have come out yesterday with a video about the rookies' NFL numbers, and Shedeur Sanders is rocking number 12, and Shedeur Sanders' mentor, idol, is Tom Brady. So that's really good. I think that's very good. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be a ride for the Browns fans. It's gonna be a ride. Who knows what'll happen. So that's something to also look at and see what's happening. Also, I know the Browns, they signed Deontay Johnson to a 1-year, $1.7 million deal for 1 year, the veteran minimum there. But it's a good deal because if he gets injured, he don't get no guaranteed money. So I think that's a good deal. I think that's exactly what it's a good deal. So I'm thankful that the Browns didn't sit there and say, oh, you're gonna get like $5 million for 1 year and like $10 million in guaranteed. Because let's say he gets injured in week 1, then your $10 million deal is your $10 million guaranteed money is already in your pocket, and you don't have to play. So to get a 1.7 million for the veteran minimum with no incentive, like no guaranteed money, is very good, I think. So yeah, that's really all I had to talk about today. Like I said, it'd be nice if y'all like, subscribe, comment, favorite, and share it with your friends. Get this more views. Like I said, different approach here with the podcast. I know it doesn't look like a podcast, but I mean, this is the best right now. So, but if you got, like I said, if you guys got any like thing you want to talk about sports related, it could, I mean, even if it's like fighting, UFC or boxing or wrestling, let me know and I could talk about that for a while, like I do with NBA or football. So I know hockey is another one too. I haven't talked about that in a while because, just trying to catch up on everything that's going on in the NHL. But I think, in reality, I think that I don't know who's gonna win the NHL Cup, Stanley Cup. I really don't. I think I think that's a different solution. I think that's another talk, probably tomorrow or Thursday, or tomorrow or Friday. My bad. Tomorrow or Friday, I'm gonna just talk about it, and for the whole podcast, and see what you guys think about that one. It's gonna be interesting. I really want to see. I think it's gonna be a journey here to talk about different kinds of sports. So, and video games. I know GTA 6, they released another trailer. Rockstar released another trailer for that. It's coming out for next year in May of 2026. That's going to be something. I really wish it would have came out this year, but I guess something happened in the development and they just couldn't do it. I just really can't wait to play that game. I mean, it's been over 10 years since GTA 5, and, like, there's just there's not a lot to do in GTA 5. So, I mean, the map is like this big, and then GTA 6's map is like that big, so twice as much size, and I think that's cool to do. I really do. So, hopefully when May of next year comes, the game's going to be done and they don't continue to roll out, this month, this month, this month, this month, this month. Like, no, let's just stay at this month and that's it. And I really do think. Also, I don't know. Like I said, just put down in the comments what you want me to talk about. I could talk about any sports you want. I could talk about anything, really. So just let me know, and I will talk about them. So, don't be afraid to say, hey, can you talk about this? Or, hey, like if you have a favorite team, I'm not afraid to talk about your guys' favorite teams. It's never an issue with me. I'm open to all kinds, Also, again, I just can't wait. Like I said, it's definitely something. I know it's just definitely something. But remember, guys, just comment, like, subscribe, favorite, and share, and comment what you want me to talk about in the next episode. I don't know how many. I don't have a set schedule right now, so I don't know if I'm just gonna release 2 episodes each week talking about something. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every day, but just let me know how you guys would want me to do them. If you guys want me to do them from Monday through Friday, or if you guys want it, like, let's say we did a podcast on Monday, Wednesday another one, and then that's it. Let's see. All right, have a good one.